Michaela, are you still working now?
Yes, I'm sorry. I think I'll be able to head home soon.
All you do is work. Even though we finally all get to live together, you haven't been fulfilling your duties as a daughter-in-law whatsoever.
I appreciate you for taking the time to do the chores around the house. My work is very important to me.
You are not fit to be a good daughter-in-law.
Why are you bringing this up?
When can I get to see the face of my grandchild?
Huh?
I have no idea why you decided to live with us. You say you have to work all the time, and because of that, you haven't been able to have children. Don't you feel bad for Simon?
I have been seriously considering having children, but that is up to my husband and I. We are not planning on having kids right away.
That doesn't matter. I want to have a grandchild now. You're a lost cause. I dislike you even more now after having to live with you.
I apologize for not meeting your expectations. I'm hopeful about having children. In the long term, I hope that you can eventually look after my child.
There's no way I can wait that long. The fact that you're my daughter-in-law, but you can't have children, is unbelievable. I wish they would just leave already.
I don't know how to respond when you say such things. I don't know how to react.
You're a defective wife. It would be best if you break up with Simon.
Please don't say that. I'll be home soon. Goodbye now.
I can finally kick you out of the house now.
What? What do you mean?
Ellie got pregnant.
She did? That's wonderful.
This is truly some news worth celebrating. We'll have no use for you any longer. Ellie is planning on giving birth when she comes home to visit. So, can you leave?
Huh? Are you seriously asking that?
Obviously, of course I'm going to prioritize my own daughter, who is pregnant, over you. Actually, why are you still even here?
You were the one who wanted me to live with you.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Regardless, I will be prioritizing Ellie, since she's pregnant. She'll be coming home this weekend, so you need to leave as soon as possible. A daughter-in-law without children is worthless.
I understand how you feel. You want to throw me out of the house? But did you discuss this with Simon?
Oh, why would I have to discuss things with Simon?
Why? Because we're married. If I no longer live with you, we will have to move out together. We'll need some time to talk things through.
You won't be needing to do that, since it's only you that has to leave.
Huh? Are you telling me that I have to leave Simon? Simon would never agree to that.
You know that he is my son, right? So of course, he'll listen to what I say. I'll convince him, so it's fine.
That's not the problem.
Why don't you stop complaining and start preparing your things to move out? This is perfect timing, since Simon is on a business trip.
I see. So you really are serious about this?
My daughter is coming back home to have a baby, so you better leave. Don't show your face ever again.
Is that really how you want things to be?
Leave. You're worthless.
Okay. So you seriously mean that? You don't want a daughter-in-law that can't have children? Fine. I will comply with your demands. I don't know what will happen, but I will be moving out.
Go ahead, and never come back.
I'm over this. There's no point in talking to you. I'll be leaving. Thank you for everything.
I heard that you're leaving. I'm sorry, but it was kind of my fault. But feel free to send me a celebratory gift.
You really haven't changed. I heard that you're going home to have the baby. But what are your plans after that?
Huh? What do you mean?
You're planning to live with your parents after that, right? But you haven't solved the problem you were dealing with.
How did you know? Oh yeah, we talked about this.
You're having a child, but is everything okay? Did you discuss this with your husband?
What do you mean, my husband? Who's that? We already got divorced.
Oh, I see. So you guys got divorced after everything. Did you tell your parents about this?
I haven't. When I told my mother that I got pregnant, she was overjoyed. I know that she won't care and will welcome me with open arms. I can depend on my family and get by that way. It's like killing two birds with one stone.
I see. If that's the case, then that's fine. I'm leaving that house anyways.
I don't plan on contacting you any further.
So figure things out with your family. Goodbye. Please, calm down. You've spam called me over 200 times now. This is ridiculous.
It's because you won't answer. I wanted you to pick up right away.
Why? I have no interest in talking to you any further. There's nothing to talk about.
You don't have to go as far as to say that. As your mother-in-law, I would like to speak with you. Answer the phone now.
Stop it. I told you, I'm not answering.
Huh?
I'm so done putting up with this. How long will it be until you stop thinking only about yourself? I already know why you're calling. You found out that I was the one paying for your living expenses. And now you're in shock because you realized after you had already kicked me out. That's why now you're frantically trying to contact me, right?
So it's true. What Simon said was true. I can't believe this. How were you able to pay for so much?
Isn't it obvious that I had to step up since Simon was unemployed? I tried my best to make enough for the both of us. I kept working overtime to be able to afford our daily expenses. I even used that money to take care of your guys' daily expenses as well. But perhaps you weren't aware of the real situation.
There's no way that Simon could have been unemployed. I thought he was just saying that to take your side.
He didn't tell you because he didn't want you to worry. But the company he worked at went bankrupt, so he had no choice. He didn't even receive a severance payment, so he just lost his job in the blink of an eye. That's why he actually hasn't been on a business trip. He went to another city to look for a new job.
What? Another city? Why would he purposely go off to another city?
Because I was stressed out about living with you. My job is remote, so it doesn't matter anyways. If we were to move to a different city, then we would no longer live with you. We thought that would be the best.
So you wanted to move out all along?
Isn't it obvious? You kept asking me where's my grandchild. You even called me a defective product. How am I supposed to enjoy myself living with you?
But the fact that you can't have a child is true.
We want to have kids once Simon has been re-employed and starts earning a stable income. We discussed and decided this together.
What? Really?
Yet here you are, not knowing anything. You didn't know that I pay for your livelihood. And you call me a defective daughter-in-law who works too much?
How was I supposed to know that?
And now you can't pay for all your expenses. So you contact me because you're in trouble. I don't have any plans to help you out now. It's not my job.
Wait, don't say that. I just didn't know. Come back. Help with your family's expenses.
No, my husband has found a new place to work. So we'll be moving there together. And Simon is really mad about what you said. He's planning on cutting off ties with you.
What? He wants to cut off ties with me. Not only you, but Simon too.
Of course. You kicked me out of the house and proudly laughed at me. That's why we will move out on our own accord as a couple. And we'll also be breaking off ties with you.
Aren't you being a bit dramatic? How can you say that? Ellie is coming home soon. So let's be a happy family together.
What are you saying? I have no intention of doing that. Oh yeah, I didn't say anything because I assumed you didn't know. But Ellie's child isn't her husband's.
What?
Ellie is pregnant, but it's not her husband's kid. Her husband made her pay for some damages. And probably pressured her for a divorce.
I have no idea what you're talking about. There's no way this is true. Ellie would never do something like that.
Ellie's husband can't even physically have a baby.
What?
She kept cheating on her husband, which is probably why this happened. But now Ellie is in a ton of debt and doesn't know who the baby father is. Her husband couldn't handle her any longer.
What debt? Hold on a second. So that means Ellie has already gotten divorced?
Yep. That's why she has nowhere else to return to. She's probably planning on living at your house from now on, even though you guys will be barely scraping by. You have even more baggage to deal with now. But I know that you really wanted to have a grandchild. So I guess it doesn't matter that you won't know who the father is.
This can't be true. How come I don't know any of this, even though I'm the mother? And yet someone unrelated like you knows.
She knew that I was making a decent amount of money working. So she kept asking me for money.
What? Ellie did that.
At first, she told me how she was scared her husband was going to dump her, so I felt bad and lent her some money. But of course, she never returned the money, so I stopped lending to her altogether. In the end, Ellie just gave that money to young men anyways. It was absolutely the right decision for me to stop lending to her.
What in the world are you talking about? There's no way this can be true. My daughter would never.
Well, you wanted to see your grandchild, so didn't this work out well for you?
But what will happen with our living expenses? If you and Simon leave, how am I supposed to live?
Why don't you get a job? You're just a stranger to us now, so we have no intention of helping you.
Do you have no compassion? Are you abandoning us?
Don't forget that the one who kicked me out was you.
I know, but I take back what I said. Come back home.
There's no way I'm going back to you, old hag. I never want to see you again.
Do you really have to say that?
I hope you have a fun life with your irresponsible daughter and your cute grandchild, but you'll probably have a rough time working. In the end, no matter how much Stella cried, Michaela continued to ignore her. Michaela and her husband moved to a city together far away. Stella was left by her son and his wife, even though she had no income. And in return, she had to take care of her heavy-spending daughter, which is why she eventually went out to get a job. She's working hard to pay off Ellie's debt, who can't work now since she's pregnant, which is why Stella has virtually no free time now. She seems to regret the decisions she's made, but it's no use because her life won't change no matter how regretful she becomes. Ken, is it true you quit your job?
What?
I talked to Austin's wife, and I heard that you left your company. So now you leave your house a little later than usual. I can't believe you would keep something so important like that from me.
Hold on. What are you talking about? I've been telling you that I was going to leave my company. I even came to you for advice.
What? What are you talking about?
I don't remember that. If I'd known, I would have never allowed that.
Wait, I don't understand. I've told you several times. I've even been preparing to leave the office for over half a year now. I said my previous project was going to be my last. I even told you last week when I quit.
I've never heard that before.
That's your problem. You weren't listening to me when I was talking.
That's not true. Even if that were the case, shut up. You should have checked to see if I was listening to you.
Wait a second. I was talking under the assumption that you were listening.
That's not my problem. I don't know what you were thinking, but the fact that you were fired from your job is out of the blue. How could you do this? How are we going to live?
I wasn't fired. I turned in my resignation.
I don't care about that. Have you decided your next job?
I told you, I don't plan on working for a company. But you don't remember that either, do you?
I don't understand. This totally calls for divorce.
What? Divorce?
Of course. I can't be with an unemployed scumbag. I wanted to become a celebrity. I married you because you were a high-class worker. But you quit your job, so you're worthless now. So there's no point in being with you.
So you thought of me as an ATM? You married me to become a celebrity? You really came out and said it, huh? Did you really not listen to a word I said?
So I'm moving forward with a divorce. I can't be with a man like you. I didn't think you were that much of a scumbag. To become unemployed at this age, you're a total loser.
You're right. I might look unemployed for a few months. I want to use that time to fulfill my dream. I've prepared, so I know for sure that we'll be okay.
I have no clue what you're talking about. I can't deal with unemployed men following their dreams.
Didn't I tell you that I'm starting my own company? Or did you not hear that either?
Oh yeah, lots of people do that. Try to make their own company.
What does that mean?
I just can't. I'm leaving. Have the compensation money prepared.
What compensation?
Of course. Because you're leaving your job. Didn't you get a little severance payment? All you have to do is hand that over to me. I'm also filing for distribution of property. Okay then, I'm moving out. Be sure to wire me the money later. Got it?
Of course I don't get it. I haven't said anything before, but Liz, aren't you having an affair? So isn't it a little crazy if I'm the one who has to pay compensation money?
So what?
What?
I've been married to a good-for-nothing man. I would have gone crazy if I didn't.
It's pretty impressive that you can still turn it around like that. What was our marriage then? Never mind. I won't ask for any compensation. And I'll give you a little money. I'll agree to the divorce.
Of course you will. Not just a little. Wire me plenty of money. Or else I won't forgive you.
I never thought we would get divorced like this, but knowing that you only thought of me that way, I can't be with you either.
What are you still complaining about? Bye. Hurry up and wire me the money. You piece of trash.
That's enough. I'll be talking to my lawyer from now on. I'll go forward with the divorce. Goodbye. Thanks for the memories.
Hey there. I saw you on TV. You're the president of a company with 300 million in annual sales? Wow, you moved up the ladder big time.
Huh?
I mean, I always knew you would someday. You have a different aura than others. I saw your success on TV, so I bought a big condo.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean what? We're getting back together, aren't we? I'll even let you pay for the condo. Are you happy? Isn't it great to know that you can get back together with me?
I don't have a clue as to what you're talking about, but how can I help you?
What? Are you still holding a grudge? It's okay, I forgive you. Even though you pissed me off by quitting your job without telling me. I'll get back together with you as a prize. I bought a big condo, but you can pay, right?
Who is this?
What?
You can't just text me out of the blue. Who is this? Are you an ex-girlfriend?
What are you talking about? This is your ex-wife, Liz. You're not seriously asking me, are you? You're just trying to get my attention, aren't you?
Oh, Liz. That's right, I remember a Liz. I thought I deleted your number right after we got divorced. Maybe I forgot.
What? You really thought about deleting my number?
What? Why? I have no use for you, so it shouldn't be a problem.
No use for me? That's not a nice thing to say. You finally get a text from your ex-wife. Aren't you being a little rude for treating me like this?
You called me a scumbag and threw me out like a piece of trash. Aren't you the one who's being rude, bouncing back the second you hear I'm rich?
What are you talking about? I never did that.
I don't understand why you would make me pay for your condo too. Why me? I'm just a stranger now.
I'm saying you don't have to be a stranger anymore. I'll be your wife again.
What?
That's right. That's what you really want, right? You're just saying that to get my attention. Don't you really want to get back together with me?
I have no idea what you're saying, but honestly, I had no idea who you were when you texted me.
What?
I got remarried and forgot all about you. Sorry, but talking to you is a waste of time. What do you want?
What? Huh? Remarried?
Yeah. Why?
What do you mean remarried? You're joking, right? You loved me. You couldn't have gotten remarried without telling me.
What? Anyone who gets married will care for their wife. I cared about you and loved you. But you treated me like garbage. And even divorced me. Why would I still love you?
Wait, so you don't love me anymore?
You said you wanted to get back together? But that's just hilarious.
What's going on?
There's not one part of me that wants to get back together with you. Your existence was even erased from my brain. That's how much I didn't care.
Isn't that a bit harsh?
You thought you could remarry me when I got rich? But I'll tell you something. The possibility of us getting back together is zero. Or actually, less than zero. The possibility of us seeing each other is also close to zero. It's only natural I have no intention of seeing you.
Are you serious? You used to love me so much. How can you forget about me that easily?
It was 5 years ago. Even when we were married, you were awful. By the time we got divorced, I had no feelings for you. In order to start my business and follow my dream, I gave up my good salary and quit my job. The wife that I believed would support me didn't listen to anything I had to say and filed for divorce. What do you think?
That's true, but I was stupid back then. I've changed a lot in these 5 years. The person I am now is meant for you, Ken. Let's start over. We can be happy now.
I'll rightfully decline.
Why? This is crazy.
It's not crazy. I'm happy right now with my wife and kid. Work is great and everything's going perfectly. Why would I take the option of getting back together with my awful ex-wife? Why would I choose that? That's crazy, don't you think?
Then we're really not getting back together? You're going to abandon me.
It wouldn't be abandoning because we were already over. The fact that you think it's still going on is a mystery to me. I'm happy. I don't have time to entertain scumbags like you. Good luck.
Wait, then what about my condo?
Huh? What about it?
On the assumption that we were getting back together, I already signed the contract for the condo. I'll go broke if I have to pay this.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But if you could buy a condo, you have to be earning some money, right? Why don't you just pay? It's not my problem.
Even if I'm earning money, there's a lot that goes out. I'm actually in a lot of debt right now. It's fine. We don't have to get back together. Then, can I be your mistress?
What?
You should be able to afford one if you're rich. All you have to do is pay for the condo. I'll be your mistress, so just pay for the condo.
Are you okay?
What?
I don't plan on breaking up this family. And I don't need a mistress. I don't have any interest in you. You can beg all you want, but we're not getting back together.
That's a problem for me. Can't you just pay for the condo? Please. Please pay.
How desperate are you? I told you there's no way I'm paying. Will you cut it out already? We're complete strangers now, so leave me alone. There's nothing in it for me to get back together with you. You don't ever have to come back.
You don't have to say that much. I really love you from the bottom of my heart. Getting remarried without telling me, that's awful.
Shut up. If you really loved me, you wouldn't have looked at me like an ATM. It's not like it all disappeared from my memory. It was an honest mistake not deleting your number. So I'll be sure to block you this time.
What? Block me?
Don't ever contact me again. Well, good luck with your condo. Don't ever step foot into my life again. Liz begged to get back together with Ken, but was completely ignored and eventually blocked and lost all forms of communication with him. When she tried to get a hold of his company, his lawyer called her and instead asked her to pay compensation money for all the affairs that she had. She was shown proof of the affairs that were not revealed at the time of the divorce and was put in a difficult spot. There was also a cancellation fee for the condo, so she just ended up with a lot of debt and no condo. It seems she's grieving and saying that it wasn't supposed to turn out this way. It's a result of her being shallow and selfish, so she got what was coming.
Honey, just try and reason with me here.
I'm trying to reason with you. You're being difficult.
You know the farmland hasn't brought in much revenue in the past years, since we acquired it.
I understand that, my dear, but there isn't much we can do about that.
That's where you're wrong, darling. There's a lot we can do.
How?
The insurance policy. Don't you remember we got insurance on it?
Oh, yes, I do. What about the insurance policy?
We can use that in our favor. Everyone's doing it these days.
How do we use the policy when the property is still intact?
Even after all these years of being married to one another, you're still this naive.
I do not follow.
The insurance policy states that we can recover a sum of $400,000 if any damages are done to the property while it's under insurance.
Yes, that's true, but as I said, the property is still in the best condition. Unless you're hoping something bad happens to it soon, then I don't see how we're getting our hands on that money. Also, what do you need money for? We're well off.
I told you, I'm having a girls' trip next month to Hawaii.
Yes, I'm aware. You've already booked your plane ticket and everything, so what's the issue?
I don't have any clothes to wear.
How can that be? Your closet is filled with tons of outfits.
No, I don't like them anymore. They're also last season.
Does that matter?
You want me walking around with clothes from last season?
I'm still failing to see the issue with that.
You know what? Never mind. You're too old-fashioned.
Baby, you have a closet filled with clothes, and good clothes too. That will have to make do for now.
That wouldn't be the case if we got this insurance money.
Even if we did, wouldn't it be better to use it for more important things like expanding our farm, or buying real estate, or our future children's college fund?
You worry too much about the future. The future will take care of itself. It always does.
Whatever you say, honey. I have to go now. Duty calls.
We're in the middle of an important conversation.
We'll finish it another time. Hey, I just got home and everything's a mess. Your clothes are all over the bedroom and living room floor. Plus, you didn't take out the trash like you said you would.
I know, but I was running late for my nail appointment, so I had to dash out of there. You can clean it up, right?
Fine, I will. What time will you be coming back home?
Not tonight. You can go to bed. I'll be staying over at Tracy's.
Tracy? You know I've told you that her company isn't good for you.
You gotta let that go. It just happened once again, and it would never happen again.
You ended up in a prison cell. I had to come and bail you out at 2 a.m.
You're being controlling again.
I care about you.
If you really did, then you'd allow me to make my own decisions. Tracy's here. Gotta go.
Stay safe.
Hey, sweetie.
You want something. What do you want?
Why would you assume that?
Because you only use pet names when you want something.
That's not true. I'm just checking in on my husband at the office.
Oh, is that the case? I'm fine, and you?
Absolutely splendid. So, I had an idea concerning what we spoke about yesterday.
You're gonna stop hanging out with Tracy?
No, of course not. I'm talking about the insurance policy on the farmland.
I knew you wanted something.
Just listen to me.
I'm listening.
I know the policy states that the damage has to be done by either natural disaster or another party who is not a party to the contract. But what if we stage it?
Stage it? Like we destroy the property ourselves?
Exactly. You aren't as slow as I thought.
No.
What?
I said no. I will not commit fraud.
If you love me, you'll do it.
My love for you is never in question, but I can't commit fraud. Do you know the punishment for such an offense?
That's only if you're caught, and we will not get caught.
I'm sorry, Samantha. I can't sacrifice my integrity for this.
So you enjoy being poor?
We're not poor, for crying out loud, Samantha.
What's the difference? You know what? I knew you'd be like this, wanting to act like a noble citizen. You can hug your pillow tonight, because I'm not coming home.
Don't be unreasonable, Sam.
In fact, I'm not coming home until you change your mind.
What? Where are you gonna stay?
At Tracy's.
Samantha, you should come home. Baby. Samantha, don't ignore my text. Sam.
I see you still haven't changed your mind.
You're asking me to commit fraud with you, for which we could really end up behind bars.
What happened to the Josh that was ready to die for me? Or were those just words? Just empty promises?
Of course they weren't. They were more than words, Samantha. They were my wedding vows to you.
So prove it. Now's your chance to prove it. If you want me to believe you, then you would have agreed to this plan by now.
Samantha, I want you to understand the consequences of this action.
I do understand, but you don't seem to.
What do you mean by that?
If you don't agree to this within the next few days, then I don't think I can be with you anymore.
You're giving me an ultimatum?
If I don't, then I'd never be able to get the items before the trip. This month is almost over.
You're willing to break up with me over a few grand.
That isn't important. You have until the end of the week, so think carefully about the choice you're gonna make.
And if I still don't agree by the end of the week?
Then you'll hear from my lawyer.
You can't possibly be serious.
Wait until the end of the week, and you'll find out how serious I am.
Hey, baby.
We're having none of that. Have you made up your mind?
No, I can't, because I can't choose between either.
Why is this so difficult for you? We can just stage a fire and exit the scene without getting caught. It's really that simple.
Because it goes against my morals.
There's that word again. Poor people and morals. Where have your morals ever gotten you? How much money do these morals earn you every month?
Everything isn't about money.
Look around. Everything's about money. There isn't anything that money can't buy.
Money can't buy the happiness and the memories that we shared.
What memories? Now that I know what your stance is, prepare to hear from my lawyers shortly.
You can't possibly be serious. Are you ready to let everything go?
From where I'm standing, there isn't anything I'm letting go of. Rather, I'm gaining something. It's nothing personal. Think of it like a business transaction.
The divorcee papers just arrived in the mail.
Then you know what to do. Sign them.
Can we meet up and talk?
There's no need for that. The papers are right in front of you.
I won't sign it.
You're only preventing the inevitable.
I'll wait. You'll have to come over eventually to get your stuff.
What clothes? I told you I'd never wear clothes from last season.
This is ridiculous.
What's ridiculous is that you're refusing to sign the divorce papers.
I love you.
Love isn't enough to maintain a woman like me.
So that's it? You want to divorce me? I tried my best to provide for you.
And it wasn't enough. What about that? Do you not understand?
Just let me know this one thing. Was there ever a time you loved me back?
Never. So please, free me from this loveless marriage. What's going on here?
Whatever do you mean?
Don't be coy with me. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Quite the contrary, seeing as we haven't spoken since the divorce.
I'm just coming back from the insurance company.
And you're telling me why?
Apparently, I can't access the insurance amount.
What a shame.
You think you've won, right? Don't be so smug yet.
I don't know what you mean, but I expect that I'll hear from your lawyer soon, as that's what you're so good at.
I will never let go of that money. Not in this world or the next.
See you in court. Come prepared.
I am highly disappointed. I never knew you were this cunning. No one ever suspects the pure ones.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop playing the dumb card. You know what you did.
From what I recall, I haven't done anything yet.
So what was that stunt your lawyer pulled in the courtroom?
It's not my fault that your lawyer's incompetent.
You knew, didn't you?
That you would lose the title to the farmland once you divorced me?
Yes.
I happened to find out the day you sent over the divorce papers.
And you didn't bother to bring it up?
Now, why would I do that?
You're not the Josh I know. You've changed.
I haven't changed. I'm merely giving you a taste of your own cake. And I'm just getting started.
Don't you think I will ever give up this easily?
I wouldn't dream of that.
Josh, have you left yet? Can we meet and talk?
I'm busy, so I doubt I can make time for that today.
How about tomorrow?
Tomorrow is when the judgment concerning our suit will be delivered, so there isn't any time either. Don't tell me you're backing out now.
No, never. I will come out victorious tomorrow.
Good. Your inflated ego will make my victory taste even better.
You sound awfully confident.
I don't see why I shouldn't. See you tomorrow in court, after which I hope our paths never cross again.
Where was the loving Josh I knew barely a month ago?
You mean the Josh who is easier to gaslight and manipulate? Sadly, he no longer exists. Good luck.
I don't need luck.
Oh, trust me, you will.
You're all bark and no bite. You're just trying to shake my confidence, and I won't let you get to me.
See you in there. Was that enough bite for you?
Josh, baby, can't we work something out?
Oh, so I'm your baby now?
You know it's not like that. You know I always loved you. You were right. Tracy was bad for me, and I've decided to cut all contact with her.
You're very funny, you know that?
I'm serious. I could be sent to jail.
Oh, you should have thought of that before you went ahead to burn another person's property.
I believe if you come out and say you forgive me for what I did, I may be pardoned.
Now, why would I do that?
Because you love me.
It goes against my morals. I remember you asked me how much my morals can get me. Well, they got me $420,000.
All my friends were present at the sitting today. And you humiliated me in front of all of them.
Didn't you invite them because you thought I would be humiliated and you would win? Well, look how that turned out.
I know you can forgive me. I know you can. Please, Josh. I could be sentenced to 5 years.
I think jail term might be good for you. It'll help you gain some perspective.
You can't be serious right now. I won't last a day in jail.
Oh, well, see, it's nothing personal. Just think of it like a business transaction.
Josh, please. Josh, please. I'm sorry. Please. I love you. I've always been in love with you. Please help me. Only you can. If you don't, it might really be over for me.
Josh blocked this contact. 3 years later, and I had acquired a bigger farmland. Business was booming, and I loved what I did. I invested the insurance money into my business and worked hard over the past 3 years to get it where it is now. I followed the rest of Samantha's case via the local newspaper and found out that she was charged with contempt of court, an attempt to obstruct justice, and was sentenced to a 5-year jail term. I didn't feel any inch of remorse for her. She got what she deserved. That day in the courtroom, she had invited all her friends to come watch her victory, but she ended up being humiliated. They all cut off ties with her from that day on, leaving for the trip without her. She had tried to claim the insurance money, but the property was bought under the name Mr. and Mrs. Andrews, and seeing as we were divorced, she was no longer Mrs. Andrew, and couldn't seek to recover the money. Aside from that, I had presented the CCTV footage to attest to the fact that she was the one who burnt the farmland, and that was what wrapped the case up. I know she's still behind bars currently, and can only hope she gets reformed while she's there. Because with a criminal record on your profile, it would be hard doing anything in this country.
What time are you coming home tonight? You'll be home for dinner, right?
I'll be home late again today. I might not be able to go home.
What? Don't you remember what day it is?
Huh? What are you talking about?
It's our 6th anniversary since we moved in together. Did you forget? I've been telling you since the last month.
Oh, really? I mean, how can you remember something like that? Such a small, silly thing.
Silly thing? That's cold. You seemed like you didn't even book a restaurant or anything. So, to celebrate at least, I'm cooking and waiting. I told you to come home early tonight, didn't I?
Come to think of it, you might have said something like that.
Lately, you've been looking at your phone all the time, which is kind of suspicious. You don't even look at me when you're with me. What are you doing on your phone all the time?
It's none of your business.
Yes, it is. I live with you. Besides, what's the story of us getting married? We've been engaged for 6 months now, but we're still putting off talking to our parents. Do you really want to get married?
You're annoying. Your nagging makes me not want to go home. I'm not going home today.
Huh? What do you mean you're not coming home? Are you really at work?
You are persistent. We've been living together for 6 years. I don't want that kind of clingy relationship.
Are you saying that I'm clingy? I didn't mean it that way.
Anyway, I'm not going home today. I'm staying at the office. I'm busy with work. Bye. Don't contact me again.
Oh, really? It's our anniversary, but okay, I understand. Good luck with your work.
Hey, Ashley, how are you?
Hi, Philip. I'm good. Thanks. It's been a while. What's up?
I was just wondering how you're doing. I haven't seen you since you left here. I haven't heard much about you from James lately. Are you still living with him?
Thanks for your concern. Yes, we do. We still live together. James doesn't come home much anymore, though.
Huh? Really?
You guys are really busy at work, aren't you? You must be working so hard.
Our work?
I left there, but that was for nothing. I quit because I was supposed to marry James soon. But in the end, I just got another job.
Oh, Ashley, we miss you here.
Only you would say such a thing. Thank you.
Ashley, I have something important to tell you.
What? What is it all of a sudden?
Can we meet somewhere and talk? If you don't want James to get suspicious, we can talk on the phone.
Yes? Can I call you now? Is it really that serious?
You decide after you hear what I have to say.
Okay. Is it okay if I call you now then? Hey James, you haven't been home at all lately. What are you going to do about us?
You really are an annoying woman. You're talking about that again?
If you want to break off the engagement, I want you to be very clear about it.
You're counting on my money, right?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You don't even have a wedding fund set aside anyway, do you? I don't have high hopes for you when you quit your job.
What? That's because we talked about how awkward it would be to have the person we are marrying in the same office. That's why I quit, right?
I don't remember that. But, well, to be honest, I can't see you as a woman anymore. I think women should be independent.
I mean, I ended up getting a new job and making money, right?
I'm telling you this much and you don't get it? I'm saying I'm done with you.
Are you going to leave me and marry that woman?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I know everything. You're cheating on me, aren't you?
What? Did you know? That makes it much easier. I'm not marrying you.
We lived together for 6 years, and you are such a jerk for ending it like this. I am so disappointed in you.
I mean, how do you know I have a girlfriend? Well, not that I really care.
Someone told me. Besides, you don't come home every day. It's to be expected. The truth is, your work is not that busy. You also lied to me when you said you were staying at the office, didn't you?
You know what you're talking about. Well, that's all true. After 6 years of living together, I'm sick of you. I'm going to marry another woman. I'm leaving you.
Alright then. Let's split up.
Get the hell out of my house. I'm going to live with my girlfriend. You get out.
I see. Okay, well, I'll leave then. I don't know what happened to you.
What are you talking about? I'm so happy to finally leave you. Poor woman, get the hell out of here.
You can say whatever you want. Well, goodbye. Thank you for all you have done.
Ashley, what are you doing now?
Huh? Who is this?
Don't talk to me like that. I'm your fiancé, remember?
Fiancé? What? We've already broken up, haven't we?
I know, but can we start over again?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I was wrong, I guess. Anyway, can you come back here?
I don't want to go back to that house. And I have no intention of meeting you.
Why do you say that?
You were dumped by that intern girl anyway, weren't you?
Huh?
I mean, the intern girl you were having an affair with. Seems like she had her hands on a lot of other people in the office.
What are you talking about?
She approached random people who were willing to spend money on her. Once she gets as much money from the guys as she can, she moves on to the next guy. That's how she does it.
Huh? How is that possible?
What?
Something is wrong. My rent and utilities are supposed to be deducted from my bank account, but I got a demand letter.
Oh, that happened earlier than I expected.
What do you mean?
Your bank account seems to have almost no balance anymore.
Huh?
For the last few months, I've been paying for everything. Didn't you notice that I was paying for all the other living expenses as well?
Oh, yeah? Were you?
You didn't even know that I had been saving up for marriage. And you told me that you were tired of me and that you were going to marry another woman. And you told me in a big way that I should leave. But how did you feel when you found out that I had been paying all your living expenses and everything? And how did you feel when you found out you were scammed by the woman you were cheating on me with?
You're lying about me being scammed, aren't you? Indeed, I spent quite a bit of money on her. I didn't check my credit card bill.
Then why didn't you check it? You already spent most of the money you had in your bank account. I quit my full-time job there and became part-time.
What? $100,000?
Huh? Did I not tell you? So that's why I didn't care if you were fiancé. I didn't mind paying for our living expenses.
What the hell is that? Did you save that much money? When?
While you were out partying, I was thinking about getting married, and I was preparing for it.
You were? Really? Well, if that's the case, say so earlier.
Why? If I told you that earlier, you wouldn't have cheated on me?
That's right, we're starting over. Anyway, my credit card's bill for next month is going to be bad. Can you please come back soon?
Are you an idiot? How could I possibly want to marry a piece of crap like you after all this? Besides, I've already moved on.
What? What do you mean?
You and I broke up so you could marry that woman. I left you as you wished, but I'm thinking of marrying another man.
Huh? What the hell? You mean you were cheating on me too? That is not acceptable.
I never cheated on you. I'm not a jerk like you. But I am already in a relationship with someone. So don't contact me again.
That's impossible. We've only been broken up for a month. Why would you be like that?
He said he liked me from the time we worked together.
Huh?
Philip.
What? My colleague Philip? So he told you about the intern girl too?
That is correct. If Philip hadn't warned me about your affair, I might still have trusted you and lived in that house, paying the bills and waiting for you to come home.
Why Philip? Did it ever occur to you that it'll be awkward at work now?
That's not my concern. If things get awkward, I don't think the situation will last long.
Huh? What do you mean?
Because I think you're about to be fired.
What? I'm gonna get fired?
Yes, you have been embezzling company money. Didn't you know that Philip knows that?
Wait a minute. What the hell are you talking about?
You know best yourself, don't you? Are you incapable of distinguishing between what is good to do and what is bad to do? Anyway, Philip has already reported all the evidence to your boss. After that, it's up to your bosses to decide what to do.
You're kidding, right? Am I going to get fired? I now have no savings left. What am I supposed to do now?
I don't know, and I don't care. You deserved it. It would be useless to ask for help.
You have money, don't you? You still love me, right?
You're disgusting.
Don't talk to me like that. We lived together for 6 years. Are you saying you have no more love for me?
I was with you for that long because I had feelings for you. But now, that's all gone completely. Not to mention the fact that you cheated on me and that you were so easily tricked by a young girl. I was really disappointed when I heard that you were embezzling company money.
No, that's not true. It's because she wants all the luxury brand goods. I needed the money.
I see. It's your own responsibility then, so I can't help you.
Please, please help me. I'm going to lose my job and place to live.
That's not all. You lost the trust of everyone around you. Not that it matters to me anymore, though.
This doesn't matter to you anymore? Don't be so cold. I need your help.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, seriously. You are too cold.
No matter what you say, my feelings will never change. Well then, good luck living in poverty on your own. Thank you for 6 years. Ashley immediately blocked James. She never had any contact with him after that. That is not surprising. James was caught embezzling from his company and he was held accountable. His girlfriend quickly left her job and he lost contact with her. He was forced out of his apartment because he had no savings and could not pay his rent. Unable to return to his parents' home, he had no choice but to be at a loss. He doesn't even know what to do in the future. He somehow manages to make ends meet at the moment. Ashley, on the other hand, married Philip 6 months later. She had saved enough money in her wedding fund so that she could spend her time as a full-time housewife with plenty of money to spare. She has a puppy and stable family, and she has already forgotten all about terrible ex, James.
Hey, Joe? Hey! Why aren't you answering? Are you ignoring me? You're such a jerk for ignoring your wife's texts.
What? You know I'm working, don't you?
I don't care. I'm texting you because I need something. You got a problem?
Not a problem, but you can call me when you want because you're a housewife, but I have to work. Isn't it obvious that I can't return your texts while I'm working? Why do you keep saying that I'm ignoring you?
Huh? What's with the attitude? It's as if you're saying that I'm the bad guy. Who do you think let you marry me? Hey, I let you marry me.
You don't have to say it like that.
What? It's a fact.
You're the one who kept on proposing to me.
I married you under the condition that I got to be a housewife.
I let you marry me.
I think you should do as I say just a little bit.
Fine. And what did you want?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We don't have any more spending money, so could you deposit some more this afternoon?
We're not even halfway through the month? You already used up our spending money?
My gosh, it can't be helped. I don't have any income because I don't work.
I give you an allowance apart from the spending money.
$200 isn't going to cut it.
The spending money isn't enough too. You want me to make ends meet with only $1,000?
Rent and energy bills are taken out of my account anyways. Isn't $1,000 for food and everyday items more than enough? It's just us two. We don't even have any kids.
What?
No, it's not that. You're saying that the allowance I give you isn't enough. So you're spending the rest of our money?
Huh? You don't make enough money in the first place. You can complain after you start making enough money to satisfy me.
I'm tired from work, and I don't want to argue with you. I'll put $500 into your bank account during my lunch break. Will that do?
As long as you get it.
You should just do what you're told from the beginning, you dumb thing. If you understand, please work harder and make some more money. Bye. Hey, Joe. I'm going shopping right now. There's a new bag and my favorite brand, and it is so cute. It'll definitely look good on a woman like me.
Really? If you want it, why don't you get it with your allowance?
What? Oh my gosh. Why are you so bad at taking a hint? Shouldn't it be, do you want me to buy it for you? You're so clueless.
That's not a nice way to say it. It's my day off today, too. And I wanted to relax, you know?
What the heck? I don't have a day off as a housewife. Why are you the one trying to relax?
What do you mean, housewife? You don't cook or clean, and you make me do it all on the weekend. How can you say that? Isn't every day like a day off to you?
Isn't that saying too much?
Like I said before, I'm the one who let you marry me.
Again with that. Sorry, but I can't buy you that bag. I'm barely getting by, too.
Barely getting by? Even though you work at a pretty decent company?
You might not understand, but our company's not doing so good right now. Management is taking a hit.
What? Wait a second. That's the first I'm hearing of this.
I thought it would worry you if I told you. There's going to be a salary reduction for us employees starting this month.
What? Reduction? What the heck? That's not right. My allowance is going to be reduced?
I won't do that to you, but we might have to cut back on a few things. I think buying lunch every day is a waste of money. So I was wondering if you could make lunch for me?
What? Why me? If you want to cut back, can you do that by yourself?
What? Why? Isn't it in times like these where we should be working together as a couple?
Wait. Can you, not drag me into this? Isn't it your fault that you're working for a company like that?
It's your fault this is happening. Take responsibility for it, okay?
Hold on. It's not my fault my salary is getting reduced.
It's your fault that you chose to work for that kind of company. If you only had worked for a better company, this wouldn't be happening, would it?
You'd better not make any trouble for me, okay? If my lifestyle is lowered in any way, it'll be your fault.
I'll immediately divorce you.
No way!
Hurry up and get a side job if you understand. I won't talk to you until your salary goes back up to normal. Goodbye.
Hey, Rachel! Rachel, I have something to tell you. I know you don't want to talk to me, so text is okay. It's important, so will you listen?
What? Make it short.
I got laid off.
What?
Wait, what are you talking about? You're joking.
I don't want to admit it either, but it was my company's decision. The company wasn't doing well and they had to cut back on labor costs. They only let professionals stay. All of my colleagues are getting laid off too. I'm really sorry.
What the heck? Are you playing with me? Sorry isn't going to cut it.
I'm really sorry for worrying you, but I really didn't think it was going to go this far. So I wish you would understand. I'll get right back to it. Can you wait just for a little bit?
You've got to be kidding. I'm disappointed in you. You're the worst. You piece of trash. You're useless.
Rachel, you don't have to say it like that. I'm just as surprised that it came to this.
I'm so disappointed in you. I don't get it. You're jobless all of a sudden?
Well, laid off. That doesn't mean I'm fired starting tomorrow.
You're going to get fired sooner or later anyways, right? Ah, unbelievable. You're really useless. I can't believe I married such a piece of trash man. I'm embarrassed.
What do you mean? You were able to do whatever you wanted thanks to me, you know. Normally, you would say something like, let's both work in this kind of situation. Aren't married couples supposed to be more supportive of each other?
What? Don't be kidding yourself. Why do I have to work? I got married to you under the condition that I wouldn't have to work.
I know, but you don't have to push me away like that. It's only until I find a new job. Will you please help me?
No? Why do I have to compromise?
What?
Anyways, you're such a downer, so don't come home tonight. Bye.
Fine. Sorry. Rachel, you don't seem to be home. Are you out somewhere?
Oh, you're home. You haven't seen the living room?
Living room? What is this? Why are there divorce papers?
What do you mean, why? Isn't it obvious? I can't be a housewife anymore. So our marriage contract expires. My deepest condolences.
What the hell? You're divorcing me because I got laid off?
Yeah. I can't really live in poverty. If you're going to suffer, do it alone.
You're kidding, right? We've been together for 5 years. You're just going to end it like that?
It can't be helped. But whose fault is it in the first place? You got fired because you were such a useless employee.
Fired. It was the company's financial problems.
Don't make excuses. Anyways, I can't live in poverty, so sorry. Just get divorced and go to hell already.
Got it. Thanks.
What? What do you mean, thanks? Have you finally become crazy because of getting laid off?
No, to tell you the truth, I was also thinking that we weren't going to make it as a married couple anymore. But since I was the one who fell in love with you and proposed, I couldn't come out and say it. So you helped me by saying everything you just said.
What? Oh, are you trying to act tough? You can't stand being left by your wife. So you're doing the whole, I was thinking about it too thing. Oh my gosh. I feel so sorry for you, I could cry.
It's not like that. I really was thinking about it. But I fell in love first and asked you to marry me. So I can't ask you to get a divorce, can I? It's a different story if you say it first.
Why are you acting so happy? I'm telling you, I'm the one who is leaving you. I'm pretty sure you know this, but I'm the one who's dumping you. You're such a loser if your wife can dump you so easily. Losing your job and your wife, your life is really over.
Really? I don't think so at all.
What? Look at you, trying to act so tough.
At least now I can live any way I like. I feel free.
Just keep telling yourself that. I'm so glad that I used up all of that money before you got fired. I took all the shared savings, by the way.
What? You never told me anything.
It's your bad that you never noticed. Well, it's your fault you got fired. I'll take it as a consolation money. Goodbye, then. What you doing, Mr. Jobless? Are you doing good? Wait, of course not. Are you living on the streets now?
It's been a while. I bet you're living a fun life after you ran off with my money.
Ding, ding, ding. Good answer. I took all of the money you so nicely saved up when I left. So thanks to you, I am living a very nice life.
You're really the worst. I don't know how you live with yourself.
Do you have a problem? It is originally your fault that this happened. Don't take it out on me.
And what do you want? I don't have time to associate with people like you.
Gosh, so mean. How dare you say that to your ex-wife that you used to love? I even reached out because I was a little worried.
Worried? Don't make me laugh. Have you ever been worried about me?
I felt bad if you lived on the streets. How is it? How does being laid off and jobless feel? I hope you become an elite out on the streets.
My life is now the best.
What? Are you seriously saying that? You must be crazy if you're saying that living on the streets is the best.
Who said anything about living on the streets? I live in a condo.
What? How can you be living in a condo? Wait, are you still living in our old condo?
Yeah, it was the perfect size for 2 people. So it feels huge when it's only 1 person. Thanks for moving out.
What are you talking about? Oh, you're still living there without paying rent. You're going to get kicked out.
You know, I wouldn't do that. I pay rent every month. And I don't have trouble financially at all.
How? You were laid off, weren't you? How could you be moving like that?
What do you mean, how? Because I'm working and getting paid like always?
What? How? How can that be? It's only been 2 months since you were laid off.
I told you. Just because I was laid off didn't mean I was getting fired right away. So I started job hunting right away, and fortunately got an offer from a company that I liked. Now I'm working there. The benefits are good, and it's a good work environment. The pay is about 1.5 times better than the previous company.
You're kidding! How come everything is turning out so good?
I wonder why. Maybe because my bad voodoo is gone.
What did you call me?
Oh, while we're at it, the $15,000 you took from me, I will have you pay that back.
What? Wait a second. I already used 5,000.
How should I know? You stole money from somebody. Isn't it right to return it?
Wait. How am I supposed to come up with the 5,000 I already spent?
Why don't you take out a loan? And then work to pay it off. It's as easy as that.
I don't want to. Why should I have to work? I won't do it.
Then go live the rest of your life running from loan sharks. I'll take you to court if you don't pay. So think about what's best. Think about it long and hard. I kept blocking all of Rachel's annoying texts and cut off all contact. However, since she never paid me back my money, I hired a lawyer and claimed my $15,000. Rachel ended up having to take out a loan and moved back in with her parents. She now works full-time at a local supermarket to pay off her debt. I was pretty gullible to let my ex-wife take advantage of me like that, but I guess I needed to experience this in order to grow. Hopefully I can find someone who wants to be with me, for me, instead of just the benefits of being married.